Hey everybody, wow, that really echoes in here. Okay, my name is Bree and I am 16 years old and this is my testimony. So I know that some of you are probably like, you're 16, how do you have a testimony? Well, I have a pretty big testimony and it came out of a season of uncertainty and not knowing what was gonna happen next. And so I was like, I had to put full trust in Jesus Christ. Honestly, I had to, because I didn't know what else to put my trust in. So I had to put my trust in Jesus Christ because he's the only thing that I could put my trust in. So yeah, this is my testimony video. Welcome guys. And so yeah, that's what this video is gonna be about. And so around, I think it was May of 2021, which would be last year, I lost sight in my left eye, and since I lost sight, I had pain in it. I had lost sight for like a whole week. And so we did some research and we had heard that it could be allergies. And I get really bad allergies, like I just will be out. And so we were like, okay, it could be allergies. We're like, okay, it'll be allergies. And then my sight and the pain went away within a week. So we're like, okay. And I never had any issues up until, I think, around 3 months ago was when I started having the pain and the blurriness and the vision and going blind again. So we thought it was allergies again, and then we reached out to a doctor, and she said that it could be a pinched nerve, because a pinched nerve can cause like loss of vision, and you just have to go in, unpinch the nerve, and you'll be good as new. So we went to the chiropractor, and she was asking me all these different questions. She did her own kind of tests and stuff, so then she didn't just start adjusting and then make something worse. So she did all kinds of tests, outward tests. She didn't take any blood tests or anything. And then she did this one test with my eyes, and my left eye was not responding. So she's like, okay, it could be a pinched nerve on the left side of your eye, of your brain. And so she was like, okay, let's get an MRI before I just start adjusting your neck and then make something worse. So we went 2 weeks later, because we had to schedule an MRI, and it took 2 weeks to get us in because they were so booked up. So we went for an MRI and we got the results within, I think, 3 days. And she set up a time to meet. Well, she texted us the results. There's no cancer, no tumors, nothing, not even a pinched nerve. So we didn't know what was going on. And then there was a neurologist who set up a meeting with us, and he did his own tests, and he was like, okay, you have something called PANDA. So PANDAS is an autoimmune disorder where basically my nerves are dying. So my body would be always fighting something. Even if I wasn't sick, my body be fighting something. And so he said the telltale signs that I have PANDAS is I had spotches, red spots on my face here, and I had them along my neck, and just no matter what, they just wouldn't go away, no matter what. Eczema, because I have eczema, which is a skin disease. And the good thing about eczema is you either have it the first half of your life or the last half of your life. So I should be growing out of it here pretty soon. And so I already had eczema, so I had eczema cream that you can get, and so I was just applying it on my neck and my face, trying to get it to go away. And after like a month of it not going away, And then he was like, okay, well those are telltale signs because your skin is irritated because the nerves in your face are constantly fighting something. So that's why I was having these patches and they weren't going away. And that's why I would try cream, I would try castor oil, I would try grapeseed oil, I tried almond oil, coconut oil, I tried essential oils with oil, I tried everything under the sun and it just would not go away. And so when he told me I had PANDAS, the treatment was a laser treatment. So, and it didn't hurt, none of it hurt. Well, the beginning part did, I'll get into that in a second. But, so after the diagnosis, he told me what it was, and I was like, what? I'm like, why? I'm like, I thought that I just had like a pinched nerve. So he told me what it was, and he said that it would be a laser treatment, and that he had never heard of it causing blindness. Well, he had heard of it, just none of his clients that he's ever worked with have ever had lost sight because of it. So we set up a time for the first treatment, and it was like, I think it was like 2 weeks from that point. And those whole 2 weeks, I just didn't know what to think. I was like, okay, if the treatment doesn't work, because if the treatment doesn't work, I could go blind in both my eyes and I wouldn't be able to see. So I'm like, okay, how can this be God's plan for my life? I was like, how could this be his plan for me to go blind? And so I was just like, I don't know, what's the plan? How is this your plan for my life? And I remember, because it was 2 weeks, so I remember like 4 days after I got the diagnosis, I was laying in my bed doing a Bible plan on the YouVersion Bible app. And I was doing a Bible plan, and it was called Jehovah Rapha, which in Hebrew is God who heals. And so I was listening to it, and then I heard God tell me, I'm gonna heal you through this, and this is gonna be your testimony. So once I heard him say that, I was like, okay, I trust you with my life at this point. I trust you with my life, and this whole season that I just walked through, it really showed me to put my trust in Jesus and to trust him with everything that I have, because I had to. And so after I heard that, I was like, okay, you say you're gonna heal me through this treatment, and I'm gonna be fine. I'll be fine. So every now and then I get that, the devil whispering in my ear that it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I'd be like, nope, God has already said it. The Bible says that what God says will not return void. So when Satan was like, this is not gonna work, it's not gonna work, I would be like, no, God's already said it, it's done. I believe what God says, and I'm going to stand on that word he gave me. So the first treatment came, and we went in, and he was doing some other tests and stuff just to see what else could be wrong. And so you get PANDAS from, I didn't talk about this, but you get PANDAS from getting strep throat a lot, which I had a lot as a kid. So you get strep throat a lot, and then when I was younger, I had really bad wax buildup in my ears to the point where I had to go in all the time, and well, not really all the time, but like I had to go in a lot and have them flush them out with water and try to clear the earwax out, because it would just be so built up that it would cause ear infections. So you get PANDAS from strep throat and ear infections, because when they kept flushing my ears out and flushing them and then scraping on them and flushing, that left them open and susceptible to bacteria. So the bacteria then got into my body, and that's what caused PANDAS. And so I still have an autoimmune disorder, and I have to make sure that my stress level stays down, because because with my autoimmune disorder, if I get stressed out or really upset, my immune system then goes down, and it just is, I could catch anything. And so the week of the first treatment came, I went in, I was super nervous. And we got in there and he was doing some other tests, and apparently I have like 50% hearing loss in my left ear. So I have permanent hearing loss in my left ear, and I didn't really think about it all that much until he said that, and then I realized, yeah, it is kind of harder to hear in that ear. Like someone will be talking to me and I won't even hear them sometimes, and because half my hearing is gone. So he found out that I lost a lot of hearing in my left ear. And so then after he found that out, that's when the treatment started going. So what they did was they had me watch, like, this is gonna sound a little weird, but they had me watch like this screen, because what they were doing was they were tricking my brain to restart my immune system. So what they had to do for the first treatment was they had to restart my immune system. So once they restarted my immune system, that's when the treatment could then start taking full effect. So we had to restart my immune system and go through a whole detox, because there was just so much clogging my immune system and stuff that it couldn't fight anything. And that's why whenever I would get the common cold, I'd be out for a week. And so we were doing this thing. He'd have me like stare at these like red and white striped lines that would be going like up and down, like they would just be going in a cycle like this. And then there would be like these little dots that I'd have to follow with my eyes, and they go like this, and they go up and down, and then they would stop, and then they would go to side to side, and I watched stuff like that, and they did like some neck adjustments and stuff. And then they did some massage therapy to, I don't really know what the massage therapy did, but it kind of like jump-started my immune system to get like some fluids going or something, where they were doing like the massage therapy. They did it all up and down my neck. They did it like down the back of my neck and the back behind my ears. They did it like down here. And so that was supposed to start the detox, because doing that certain massage helps your body then detox. And so with that, I had constant drainage going down the back of my throat. And so after the guy was done with his massage therapy, I then had to lay down on my back, and he took the laser treatment, and it was just like this little thing. It was like this big, and it had like a little red dot on the inside, and he would just hold it, like he held it on the outside of my neck. He held it down, like he would hold my mouth open, and it would like, the laser would go down my throat. I didn't feel any of this. The laser didn't hurt. I didn't feel any discomfort or anything. And so he did the first treatment, and he told me, you might feel like crap the next day, like you have like you're sick. And because that's just my body is detoxing all of the crap that's been built up for years, all the bacteria that is built up and built up and built up. He said I had probably like, I don't remember how many years he said I had of just bacteria built up, but I had a lot because we didn't know what was happening. So he said that if you wake up tomorrow morning and you feel like crap, it's because that's your body detoxing. So I left there, and my left tonsil started hurting really bad. And so he said that that would be the detox and stuff. And so I already had like the drainage. And so that night I was in so much pain that all I could do was cry. I couldn't speak, I couldn't drink. My throat was so swollen, I couldn't speak, I couldn't even drink water. The pain was so bad, my throat was so swollen. And then I just remember laying on my bathroom floor. I don't know why I chose the bathroom. I could have gone in my bedroom, but I remember sitting on the bathroom floor just crying because it hurt so bad. And I just remember being like, all I could say was Jesus. All I could literally say was Jesus, 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 Jesus. And I knew in my heart that this was God's plan and that he said that he was going to heal me through this. So it might hurt in the beginning, but the outcome, if the outcome is healing, then you have to go through the hard times. Just like with cancer. If you get cancer, you have to go through chemo, and that is not a fun process. It is not fun. From what I've heard, chemo is not fun. So you have to go through the trials to get to victory. So I had to go through the pain in the beginning to then get to the healing. So the pain was still there. I was in pain, constant pain, where I couldn't eat or drink. I could drink a little bit every now and then, but my throat was just so swollen and so raw from the detox, and it was like blood red. My throat was so blood red. It like hurt to breathe. It hurt so bad. And then after probably 3 days of this, I started coughing up blood clots and coughing up blood because my throat was so raw and it was so red and just just agitated and so raw from the pain and the drainage and the detoxing that I would just be coughing up blood clots. And it was terrible because I'd be like gagging on blood clots and it was just so bad. But I remember just sitting there being like, okay, this is God's plan. I just have to wait and I just have to stay strong. And I wouldn't have been able to make it through that whole thing without God. Honestly, I could not have made it without Jesus. It would be impossible. I probably would have given up on life if I didn't have Jesus by my side. And so after that, and I was coughing up blood clots for like 2 days. Because my treatment was on a Tuesday, and then finally Saturday I was able to eat. I had mashed potatoes, and it was weird because the whole detoxing process, I wasn't even hungry that whole time. I had no desire to eat food, and I had like an electrolyte packet. They're like electrolyte packets, and you just dump them in your water and stir them in. So I had that, and I just remember being like, okay, I can finally eat small things. Like, I even bought popsicles halfway through thinking I'd be able to eat a popsicle, but I had no desire to eat. And so the Saturday after the treatment, I was finally feeling better. I was like, okay, I'm out of the woods now. I'm out of the woods. And the swelling had gone down, the blood clots had stopped, the pain felt like a normal sore throat. Like when you have allergies and your throat is just scratchy and it just feels agitated, that's basically what it felt like at the end. And so that Saturday, I was able to drink more water. I just chugged down a whole bunch because I was just so thirsty. And then that Saturday I was able to eat. I ate mashed potatoes, and then I think I had like ice cream or something. So I had that, and then that Sunday I was able to start eating solids again. Because that Sunday I woke up and I had no pain. I was totally fine. And And so yeah, that Sunday we made something called gut packs. And so if you're from Texas, you probably know what a gut pack is, okay? So a gut pack is, you have a base of Fritos chips, take baked beans, shredded brisket with barbecue. What else is there? You can do pickles, cheese, sausage, onions, peppers. Yeah, like a gut pack is amazing. And so we made gut packs, and I remember just being like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So then we went, I had the next laser treatment that following Tuesday. So we went in, and he said I look like I've already had 3 treatments. He says that you look like you've already come in for 3 treatments because you look so good. And so he said that he said, dude, you might just need like 1 or 2 more treatments and then you'll be done. So he did the treatment, and this time I had no pain. It was totally fine. I was fine. And then he was gonna do a treatment the following week, but then he's like, no, we're gonna push it back to 2 weeks past, like the next 2 weeks. So I had that treatment, the second treatment, went in for the third treatment. He says, you're done. You're cleared, 100% cleared after 3 treatments. He was shocked. And so I was healed. I'm healed, and it's all because of Jesus. And Jesus used the treatment to get me healed and get me to where I am right now. So even through all of that and all the pain, I still praised him. I praised him through the pain. I would, even if I couldn't sing worship songs, I would still praise. In my heart, I would still praise. I would praise through my pain. And that's even what I do now. Like, I still praise Jesus and with everything that I have. And he healed me through all of that. And now I can share my testimony with people and tell them, hey, this is what Jesus has done in my life. He can do this in yours. And so through that whole thing, I learned to trust Jesus with everything that I have. I was a Christian before that, but this whole situation took me like the next level in my faith, because I went from trusting Jesus to trusting Jesus with everything. I went from down here trusting him to all the way up to the ceiling, trusting Jesus with everything I have. Like, I trust him with my life. I trust him with my circumstances. I trust him with everything. Like, I give everything to him because I trust him with all of it. And then I wrote 2 songs out of that time. I wrote 2 songs, and I will play them for you guys on my channel here. Maybe next week I'll put out a video singing my songs, or maybe this weekend I might. But I wrote 2 songs out of that season. The first one is called "The Words You Spoke to Me," and I play guitar and I sing. And so I wrote 2 songs out of that season. The first song is called "The Words You Spoke to Me," and that one was just about the words he spoke to me, where I'm going to heal you and you're going to be healed. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to believe that what you say, I'm going to believe your words. And so the chorus of that song goes, my healer, my redeemer. And I'm like, he heals, he redeems. And so that's the first song. The second song is called You're Always There, because through the hard times, he's always there. In your highs, in your lows, he's always there. When you're all alone, he's there. He's there no matter what you go through. So those are the 2 songs that came out of it, and I will be singing them on my channel here sometime. But that's my testimony, guys. I love you guys so much, and Jesus loves you. And thank you for listening. And I hope this blesses you, and I hope that that this will bless you, and that you'll see that, and you'll believe what I believe, that Jesus can handle your circumstances. Nothing's too big for him. He created everything. So thank you guys for watching my video. I love you, and more importantly, Jesus loves you. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.